Now it's recording.
Howdy, howdy, everybody, and this is take 2 of our video this week. We had a fabulous introduction.
We did.
For take 1, but we'll have to just kind of put it in the back of our minds and use it another time. Oh, it was good. You would have loved it.
Oh, good.
But we're gonna do it again someday.
That's right. We will.
Yeah, we'll do it again someday. Well, all right. I got to go to a funeral planning meeting across town, so I'll be expeditious. I just want to read something to you, okay? And this really only applies to you if you have a child fresh into the world up to 8th grade. What is that, about 14?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
14.
Pretty close.
Yeah, 6, 8,
I used to know all this.
13 to 14, yeah.
Okay, here goes. This is from an outfit called the Meitler Group, which is a national group out of Pennsylvania, no, Wisconsin, that helps.
Are we not recording?
No, you're doing.
Yeah, we're having a lot of technical trouble. I'm sorry, folks.
Stages.
Anyway, Meitler is a company that helps dioceses all over the country with their strategic planning efforts, and they have this for us today. The perpetually glorious Diocese of Kansas City St. Joseph is engaged in a planning process for parishes and schools in Lee Summit and Blue Springs, Joe. This planning process includes assessing the potential for a new Catholic school at...
Should I guess?
Not here.
Not here.
But at St. Robert Bellarmine Parish in Blue Springs. The diocese is interested in hearing from parents, not only from Lee Summit and Blue Springs, but surrounding areas as well, so they can have an accurate understanding of your perspectives on Catholic schools, the various reasons families have for selecting the schools they do, and the degree of interest in the potential for a school at St. Robert Bellarmine Parish. So they want to send you parents of little infants up to 14-year-old kids a link to a survey. It takes about 10 minutes to do. And I think our producers, our highly competent producers,
Yes.
who have strenuously told me this very day some tragic news. They don't like the Three Stooges. Despite that, I believe in their competence, and I think you can put your trust in them too. Even though, when it comes to entertainment, their sensibilities are deficient. But they will be sending you, prospective parents of tots to 8th graders, a link for this Meitler survey. Other than that, I don't think I got anything to say.
Do you want to say a word about the parking lot before you go? Or do
Oh,
need to
thank you,
slide?
thank you, thank you. Uncle Dave Beck was here, and he did a wonderful job talking about the parking lot. But he had to go, and our equipment broke down, so it falls to me to say it. Just bear in mind that they are working on the north parking lot. They're currently still on the north side of the north. But they're gonna pretty soon work their way to the south side of the north, and then eventually the north side of the south and the south side of the south. But now they're on the north side of the north. And anyway, bear in mind their progress. Watch their saw cuts so you don't trip, please. You know, watch where you're going. And I don't know, is that enough to say for now? Okay.
Just watch out for any cones, barriers,
Oh,
debris.
yeah. Those cones and barriers.
Yes.
Yes.
Do
ma'am.
not move the cones or the barriers.
No, don't move those cones.
No, no.
That'd be a barrier to progress.
That's true.
Yeah, we don't want that.
No.
Okay. All right, so with that, I'm gonna shut up and invite everybody's good friend Joe Walker to step on in here to the St. Mark's microphone.
I will do
and,
that.
Tell them what you got to say.
Are you going to stay or are you going to go take care of that family?
How long you think you're gonna be?
Not long.
Then I'm gonna stay.
All right. And that should be a blessing to you too. Let me say first off, this is Fellowship Weekend this weekend, right here at our Parish Center. The Knights of Columbus are hosting. Please come by and have a cup of coffee and a cookie. Fellowship, visit with folks. It's their recruiting weekend too. And even if you don't think you might want to be a knight or a lady knight, come by and say thank you, because they do so much, isn't that right, for the parish and the diocese, our Knights of Columbus,
yes.
So faithful.
Yes.
Our Father Wallace Council is actually named after the longtime and maybe even founding pastor of Nativity. But most of what they do is at St. Mark, and this is where they meet, except for maybe once a year. And yeah, they do a tremendous amount here. They're really a great bunch of people.
Yes, they are.
So come fellowship, have a cookie, and at least say thank you. That would be really nice. I want to mention that if you took one of the Project Cure cans for donations, these are really heavy because they got a lot of coins in them. Please bring those back so we can get those to the Sisters of St. Francis and they can close out that Lenten program. That would be great. I want to talk about briefly about the Graceful Transitions series. So we have a 3-part set of classes coming up. Aging Gracefully, Graceful Caregiving, and a Graceful Farewell. Now, Anne and Jacob are going to offer that last one in conjunction with our Catholic cemeteries and local funeral homes, and that's about funeral planning. And at some point, everybody needs a funeral. And the other two, the first one is more aimed at folks who are thinking about the issues of aging, and the second one is a little bit more for caregivers, though somebody like in my age is doing both. I'm thinking about aging issues and also caregiving on a daily basis. Some of you know. This is going to be we're going to talk about some practical things, but mostly it's going to be about the spiritual issues around aging and caregiving. We're going to talk, like I say, about some of the technical and practical issues, but you won't do the technical and practical tasks if you don't address the spiritual. And I'd make a special effort to ask you to invite folks, especially those who don't have a spiritual home, who don't have a church. The spiritual or emotional or philosophical, however you want to think about it, aspects of aging and caregiving are really important. Everybody deals with them. So I'd encourage you to invite your neighbors and friends. It's free. Everyone is welcome. Aging Gracefully is on May 7th. Caregiving is the 14th. And Graceful Farewell is on the 21st. They're going to be at 10 o'clock here in the Parish Center and then repeated at 7 o'clock. Again, free, everyone welcome. If you'd like to let us know that you're coming, that would be helpful so we have enough handouts. Call or email the office on that.
And all those dates are in May.
Yes, those are all May. And there's information on the bulletin, on our Facebook page, etc. about that. And then I want to say a word about Behold KC. That's the Eucharistic celebration that's coming up on May 4th. That's Saturday. Monsignor, do you want to say a word about masses in the area?
Well, only to remind you that vigil masses on Saturday, May 4th don't exist. Not if you're in Jackson, Clay, or Platte counties, as we are.
The idea is that everyone is invited to this big celebration. It's going to be down at the World War I Museum lawn. That's the lawn that faces the Union Station. The flyer that's been in the bulletin, also on our Facebook page, et cetera, has all kinds of specific details. I want to mention one thing in particular, because we're not having Mass here. Some people have expressed an interest in a bus to go down, so we could all go down together, not have to worry about parking, et cetera. We can get a bus if we have enough people. So I'm going to run a couple of numbers by you, and you're welcome to call the office or email us for this information again. If we have 30 people sign up, and the fee would be $20 a person, not family, a person, then we could rent a bus, and we could all ride down together. The bus would pick us up here at St. Mark's in time that we could get down for the Rosary, stay for the Mass, and then be back here about 9 o'clock in the evening. If you are interested in that, I'd invite you to call or email between here and Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be the cutoff. Next Wednesday, April 24th, is going to be the cutoff. And if we have enough people, then we'll collect your money and rent the bus. And if we don't, we won't.
Right. Okay. Is that everything you got?
That's my list. Yep.
All right. Hey, producers, have you got anything to say?
We are still looking for volunteers to help us with live streaming our masses. So if there's anybody out there who could help us, please give Jacob a call or an email, drop him an email in the parish office. We'd appreciate talking to you.
Wonderful.
And we are working, we do know that we have problems with our live streaming, and we're working with our IT department to try to get those problems rectified. We understand everybody's frustration. We are just as frustrated as all of you are. So please bear with us. We're working on it. We're hoping to have it fixed within the next week.
Yes, our teeming IT department,
Yes,
full of highly paid, competent professionals.
that's
They
true.
bustle around here night and day.
Yes, they're like little gremlins. They come in whenever we need them.
They're so busy, I've never even noticed them.
That's how fast they are.
Anyway, we do seem to have a lot of technical glitches, but I know that is not a problem unique to us. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks everybody. Good to be with you today. I'm sorry you missed out on our antics. We really had some good ones.
Another time.
Another time. Gives us something to look forward to.
That's right.
Yes.
It was a wonderful torment to the females.
Yes, it was. Truly, it was.
And you know, there are a few things more fun than tormenting the producers.
That's
I could think of a few.
All right. Well, thanks so much. Till next time. So long.